have been invited to North Warwickshire and South Leicestershire Engineering College, and I'm with Andy. Now, Andy, thank you very much for the privilege to get an insight into the educational system. What courses do you teach here?
General engineering from level 1 all the way up to level 4. Probably the biggest cohort is the level 3, which is the A-level standard. So they're probably the biggest over both campuses.
Now, I done my apprenticeship here 25 years ago, and I still seen some of the old lathes and mills that I actually learnt my trade on, which is unbelievable. But now you've also got this new state-of-the-art facility. What are your biggest challenges in teaching, really?
That's probably the biggest challenge that you've named there is the funding that we have still got some of the machines that were 25 years, if not longer, and they're still they're still running, but obviously engineering changes quite quickly in some ways. The students still need to know the basics of milling and turning, but we also need to update them, so that the funding is probably the biggest challenge we've got.
Now we're going to go and speak to some of your students in a bit, some of your full-time students that are currently looking for a job, and some of them students have done, a few years, some have completed their apprenticeships. How have they found the courses so far?
I think they've found it a challenge, and it's always going to be a challenge because it is those particular students are either progressing on or finished the level 3, which is probably one of the most difficult courses they can do at the college, and that for a reason. We need to produce in the best engineers or best technicians that we can.
From secondary school, I found myself to be a very practical person, hands-on. I didn't really like sitting behind a desk, and I thought engineering would be the perfect place for me to be, and I'm enjoying it so far.
We've done secondary finishing and machining, which is a lot to do with your milling and turning, like that. We've also done CAD, which was one of my favourite topics on the course because, I don't know, it just really interested me, when we were doing things, I was surprised what you could do so simply.
I was looking through jobs and careers or courses which I could do when I finished my GCSEs, and I came across engineering, and I knew there was a lack of engineers in the country, so I thought I'd just see what it's all about.
For any other young potential engineers, would you recommend a course like this to them?
Definitely, yes. It gives you a really good insight of everything in engineering because it's such a wide variation of what you do in the engineering course. It's really interesting to what you do.
And when will you be looking for a job? When were you looking to get out there?
I'm looking at the moment, I'm looking for apprenticeships in the engineering as I'm interested, but I'm also open to going back for another year of my course to get the extra qualification to help me out in the future.
It's been good, I've enjoyed it. At times it's been difficult learning about all the different subjects and aspects of the engineering life, but overall it's been good. I've learned a lot.
Certainly a lot to learn and a lot more to learn. What aspirations have you got for the future? What kind of jobs will you be looking for?
I hope to join the military forces. I've recently applied for the Royal Air Force, where I have applied to be an aircraft technician. So I will hopefully be able to learn how to maintain and repair aircrafts and hopefully be able to use the skills in civilian life.
Lewis, you're currently in the process of applying for jobs. What kind of jobs are you looking for?
Well, I like doing practical work. I feel like I'm a very creative person, so I like to be hands-on, being on the milling machines, turning machines, stuff like that.
Andy, it's been a great day and it's been great to talk to some of your students. We're back into the facility now, the mechanical engineering facility where I done my apprenticeship, and they've still got some of the same machines that I used. Is this what you were referring to in regards to funding?
Absolutely, this is it. I mean, this shows the learners the basics of the machining, but things progress, and some of the machines are old, are very old, and it is a task just to keep them up to date and keep them running really. So this is probably probably the most expensive part of running a further education college is actually keeping it up to date.
I think it's the best place to learn on a manual machine. I don't think there's any better place to learn, but I do totally agree that they do need to start using the latest technology as well, because things are evolving so quickly now with automation, 3D printing, and some of the new technologies that are coming into play.
Yeah, I mean, you've only seen a small part of the engineering department really today, mostly mechanical. We've got, you know, electronics, fabrication and welding, and they all need a little bit of funding. And as everybody knows, these things change really quickly. Especially in the electrical side as well, the things do change, microprocessors and things like that, which we do try and keep up to date with. But it is a balancing act of where we can go and what we can spend on.
And to finalise, really, if you had to have a message for any potential students or employers, what would that be?
Well, potential students, if you're inquisitive, if you've got an inquisitive mind, want to know how things work, then get into engineering. It's a great career, and it's bigger than actually, it's bigger than most people think. And transferable skills that you can learn in engineering will set you up for life, really, whatever career you decide to take on after you've finished your course.
And for any potential employers that have seen the students that we've interviewed today, how should they get in touch with you if they're interested in giving them a job?
Well, they can email me. We've got dozens of students that are looking to get into employment, either while they're still doing the course or they've just finished the course. So yeah, my email address, which we can link in, or you can I can give you andrew.ball@nwslc.ac.uk.